Street Beats, what is up? Fire Chicken here at the Scrapyard, and we're kicking it with Chicken tonight. What's different about tonight? Well, as you can see over that way, StreamYard. Okay, so I'm actually going to try something tonight that I've never done on Kicking It with Chicken, and basically it's going to be having live guests come on. If this works out and you guys end up liking this, then what I'll do is I'll maybe pay for this monthly and make it a routine. You know what? We'll just see how it goes tonight. Okay. So, I mean, I got a bunch of stuff to talk about. I'm sending the link out to some of our fighters in the group. Sorry, I'm responding to messages right now. Let's see. Okay. So as I said before, this is the first time doing this. So it's, yeah, you know, let me check and see. Let me check YouTube and make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do. So yeah, like I said, I got a bunch of stuff to talk about. But we'll get to that in a second. Your channel, does it say I'm live right now? Oh, it does say I'm live. Does it say I'm live? Okay. See. Hey, John Trudell, you don't got to worry about that. That guy ain't never, I can't even say guy. That, yeah, never. Okay, good. So what I'm doing is I got this one, and I got a bunch of people here. Okay. Oh, hey, look. So I got, I'm going to bring him on right now because he's all ready to go. But my first guest tonight is our 205-pound champion of boxing. You know him as the Real Lion. And I'm going to bring him on. I got a couple questions for him. Boom. Real Lion, what is up?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. Trying something new tonight. And I think it's working out pretty well. So
Sweet. Perfect.
How you been?
I got some news for you, too.
Ooh. What's that?
Yesterday, I finally got back into working out. So, yeah, so I did my first round of sparring yesterday. So they said if I take it slow enough, then I could be ready for like the date that we agreed on for May for the invasion.
Yes.
So, yeah, so I'm just going to be doing some training slowly, going back into it. So, yeah.
If you want to get some light training in, I mean, I'm game. So I've actually been, I'm going to skip ahead. I'll just cross stuff out because like I got all this stuff to talk about. But I've actually been getting back into it a little bit ever since my coach left. I haven't had the most motivation to get back into training, but at work I found a guy that he used to do some boxing and stuff, but I'm having him hold mitts for me right now, and I'm getting some combos and working out again. So you know what? I want to be ready by May too.
Hey, I'm actually pretty good at mitts, you know.
Okay, that's good.
Some people call me like the young Mayweather Senior with those hands, man. I'm pretty good.
Oh, I got to see this. All right. So I'm just going to ask you a couple generic questions because I basically made up a guest list or a guest questionnaire. I didn't know who I was going to have on, but I guess the first one is, how did you find the Scrapyard?
So Reaper, actually, so he came to me because we were friends for like a couple years when I first moved up here. We used to work out at West Coast Fitness, and then we started training. And he was like, "Oh, you ever heard of Street Beefs?" And I was like, "Kind of." Like I heard of like Scarface and all them. And he was like, "Well, I've been watching this guy." He's like, "I've been watching the Canadian," and that was the first person I've ever seen fight up here was the Canadians fight.
Oh, whoa!
So, yeah, literally. So I was like, "Oh snap!" Like, so I actually, like I told the Canadian too, I was like, the first fighter I've ever seen in Street Beefs was him, right? And that's how I came. And he was like, "Yo, I kind of want to fight." And then I saw Pony Boy guys, and then he hit me up. He's like, "Yo, you remember that big Islander dude that we were talking about?" I was like, yeah. He's like, "Yeah, I kind of signed up, and that's who I got matched up with." He's like, "Do you want to be my corner?" And I was like, I was like, sure, why not? Okay. So I showed up, and then because I wasn't sure about like the age limit, and actually Derek who was the referee. He came up to me. He's like, "Oh, how come you're not signed up?" And I was like, I'm only 18. He's like, that's not an excuse. He's like, sign up next time. And I was like, okay. And that's how it went down. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. And that's all it took, and it got you, and now you're the champion out here. Crazy how that works. So what's your experience with boxing?
So literally, like when I say that I just picked up boxing, I like just picked up boxing. I literally messed around at home with like kickboxing and like Muay Thai stuff, like just messing around at home. I started off when I first moved up here. I started off with a tire as my punching bag, and that's how things grew up from there. I just did it from home, and then I was like trying to look for some gym. There was no gyms here in Port Orchard, so I joined like Taekwondo for a little bit, and that was, not really my thing. And
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I fully focused on building up a home gym, and I just started training boxing by myself, and that's how it went down.
So okay, when you who would you say that you model your style after for as far as boxing goes then?
Um, my first, so for kickboxing, what made me start doing that was actually my first favorite fighter I ever watched was probably Mirko Krokop.
Mm.
I was like, dude, I just want to chop trees all day long, and that's when I started picking up kickboxing. But I don't really have his style, but for boxing, my biggest inspiration right now is like Canelo and Anthony Joshua. I don't really fight like them, but a lot of people say that I kind of fight like Andy Ruiz. I don't know if you ever heard of him or seen him fight.
Oh yeah, the former champion.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people say I fight. So I kind of doing some research on that, and that's actually how we're kind of looking at some training tactics from him right now to see like if that could help me move more comfortable for me. So
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You can always look at these fighters too and pick certain things out of their style that you like, and you could implement them into your own style and make it your own. I kind of do the same thing, man. Like when I first started boxing, my coach is trying to teach me just, traditional like this. And I go, well, what's that thing that you're doing to me all the time? And he goes, oh, the shell. And I go, yeah, I want to learn that. And he goes, oh, let's wait. And I'm like, no, I really want to learn that. And he says, all right. So he started teaching me the Philly shell. And I got to the point where like I started using a lot more elbow blocks and stuff. And I think I use more elbow blocks than like Mayweather does. But then I wanted to learn some peekaboo stuff because you're going to get into situations where that the person you're going against might really know how to defend against the shell, and so you got to switch it up a little bit. Same with why I switch to southpaw sometimes, or I try some weird stance. It's trying to trick your opponent.
yeah, for sure.
Who's your favorite fighter in, or your favorite fight and fighter in the scrapyard, or you could also go with like all of Street Beefs.
Yeah, that's hard. So for street beefs, like overall for like probably in Virginia, I really like Showtime actually. He
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that man's a tank. I actually really look up to his boxing. I personally feel like he could do it and more professionally, but like that's
Yeah.
his choice, obviously. But yeah, I like him a lot. The scrapyard is hard because I have so much people that I like out there. But if I had to choose one, it's really hard because I like Turtle, I like Viking Warrior. You know what I'm saying? Those two are my guys.
Dude, you could say multiple. I can't say any because like I kind of feel like they're all my children, and if I say like I like one more than the other, then the
Yeah,
rest of them will resent me. So
yeah, for sure. I know that's why it's kind of hard, because maybe I'll just stick with that. I'll just say those two is my favorite for the scrapyard.
that's cool. And I'll say my favorite scrapyard fighter is all of my scrapyard fighters.
Go, there you go.
So, what's your overall thought on the branch and not comparing? I mean, just like what do you think of our branch coming in and your first experiences with it, and seeing how we run things. I mean, it must have been a pretty good experience, I'm assuming, for you to keep coming back.
Right. So I mean, because I've competed in a lot of things. Like I told you, I used to be a hip hop dancer, and I did for, where I went to conventions. I've danced with like crazy amount of people in there. Like, out of anything that I've competed in, I think this is the most humblest thing. You know what I'm saying? You show up, you do your thing, and you can stay if you want to, or you can just go. And if it's offensive to you, I don't know if it's offensive. When I leave right away, it's because I'm Islander and I personally am like super hungry right after I fight. So I go and eat, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't know. It's like the environment is good to stick around. It makes you always want to come back. They're super nice people, and I've noticed no matter what, there's always like support within everybody, and everybody's out there giving advice, and just overall, yeah, it's like a team hustle out there. So I like it. Yeah.
No, I mean, honestly, man, that was my goal with building this thing, was to create a community of people that have a high level of respect for each other. And if there's ever any problems, guess what you do? You just solve it in the ring.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it takes care of all those issues within itself. So I know we've caused a lot of people to make some really good connections in the group, meet some new people, and people have told me that it's changed their life, and that means just everything to me. So it's always cool to hear stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like, honestly, too, me going there and competing, it because I've always just been like a super just nice dude, humble dude, smiling all the time, and I guess actually like going into a ring and fighting, like when I have like this persona of like the lion or whoever I am in the ring, what I'm saying? I'm like so aggressive that when I leave out of the ring, there's not an aggressive bone in my body anymore. You know what I mean? So like it helps me realize that, like even though I'm a fighter, I don't need to fight. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean, man. You can flip that switch whenever you want to. I totally know what you mean. I every time I get in the ring, and I tell people this, like, they're like, why don't you box in the scrapyard more? And I'm like, well, I can't go out there and do like a match at 50% or whatever. I have to go 100%. I have to really push it. And so, yeah, I don't like going halfway. So yeah. Let's see. I was going to say, okay. What are you looking forward to in upcoming events? I think I kind of know what you are looking forward to, but
I'm honestly looking just for the experience of it. I mean, if I do get who I think I am fighting against, I mean, I'm looking towards somebody who has shook off the nerves already. He's past that nervous stage, but me coming in as the rookie of the sport, I have to shake off that nervousness before I go in. And I feel like this is like the next stepping stone to what, to complete who I am, or where I need to be for the future. Because who knows? I'm not saying anything yet, but I might, after this May one, I might be moving on to something more professional. I'm not saying that this is not professional, but I'm saying
I know what you mean.
Bigger show, and I obviously want to stay in the community of the Scrapyard and always come in and support the fighters, but there might be some big news coming after May. So
that sounds, you know what? I like that. And as much as it hurts, to hear you might move on, I ultimately want that for all of our fighters. I want you guys to get the most out of the Scrapyard, and I want you guys to move on. I really think it's cool when you guys still move on, and then you come in and ref or whatever, want to help out, be part of it. That's cool. I was gonna say we're thinking about going to Virginia again in June. So I mean, if you're not quite at that spot you're thinking you're gonna be at by then, I mean, maybe it's a possibility.
definitely, yeah, for sure.
But, I mean, I know who they're gonna put you up against.
I get a sneak.
Most likely it's going to be, you know who it is. It's going to be Venom Black, man. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, shit, man, it's been great having you on. Are you coming to the 23rd event?
Depending, do you know if we're having, because like, so we just started doing like a like kind of like a farmers market type deal at our fiance. So I personally don't. It's on Sunday. The 20 is the fight day on a Sunday or a Saturday?
It's always on Saturday.
Oh, Saturdays. Then I could probably make it on if it's on a Saturday. So
Okay, so we're
either.
gonna have like a little costume based thing. I would say you don't want to miss this event just because it's.
You got some bangers.
But there, yes, but just the way that the fights are going to look, we're going to decorate and we're going to make it different.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be just a cool thing to attend.
Okay.
But we'd love to have you there. So
yeah, I would love to. I'm gonna try my hardest. I know I put a maybe on there.
okay, and I'll talk about it a little bit right now about what we're doing with the event. So let's see, we're going to have decorations. I'm going to have a fog machine for my intros.
Yeah.
So it's going to get a little foggy and spooky. I'm going to be in costume. I don't know if you know what don't spoil it.
I'm
gonna be in costume. I'm not gonna be. I don't think I'm gonna be the chicken, but you know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. We'll see. What else? There's gonna be some live performances going on in between some of the fights. Our food truck, or not food truck, our food vendor will also be there. Let's see, decoration. I'm doing a butt, and I want to get to this actually. So I'm wanting to do a cover over the ring. It's a hexagonal shaped tarp that is being custom made for us, and I'm trying to get people to donate to the Scrapyard to help cover this thing because it's $475. But what the fighters get out of it is they get to stay dry while they're in the ring. So does the referee and the camera guy, which will be me. So it benefits the fighters. You know, it's something that will help us out during these rainy events. I want to be able to do this all year round, and there's certain things that we have to do, just like getting that porta potty was a necessity. So, but it's going to be a pretty good event. That's all I'm saying, and I hope you can make it.
I'm gonna try. I'm pretty excited for it because I think I know some of the fights that's going down.
Yeah, I might go into them tonight. I got to look and see, but I think I got them wrote down.
Sweet. All right. Well, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna continue watching.
Right on. And yeah, I got comments coming over on the right. If somebody makes a good comment like this one right here, Illuminate the State, I'll post it up. And I got some questions coming in too, so I'm probably going to answer some of those. But again, thank you for coming on. You're always welcome on the show, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
See you later, champ.
All right, man. Catch you.
All right, man. I'm liking this thing. I think this might work out for us. So if there's anybody that's interested, okay, actually, I'm going to answer these questions first. Right here. So Fire Chicken plans to expand into demographics, business models. Merch is great, by the way. I need to know more about what you're talking about with that. Business models. Yeah, I'm not really sure what you're meaning by that. So if you want to clarify, I will. I'll actually answer your question. So let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to talk about some of the stuff that I actually had on the list. Let me see here. I got a couple. All right, questions, comments, concerns, all. Harley Quinn, what's up? Sorry, I've been busy. It's harder to pay attention to you guys' comments when I'm talking to people or I have somebody on here. Get a patron, brother, for donations. I'm going to look into that. Okay, I'm going to write that down. I mean, usually what I do is I just, I use like Cash App. And I like to be upfront about the cost of stuff. Like when I'm looking for something like, you know, I say I'm going to buy a custom made tarp, then I take donations until I get as much as I need, and then I cut donations off. You know, I delete the post. So I'm not trying to pull in like extra money or anything like that. It's just to try to cover the cost of some of these things that are really expensive. When is Epic Tan going to fight again? That man is a monster. So I heard Epic Tan actually he might be fighting tonight, but not for us. He might be fighting sanctioned fighting tonight. I might be wrong on that, but I heard he was interested in fighting on the Scrapyard invasion, the West Coast invasion. So look for him then. Okay, let's see. I got a musical act, bro, like rappers more. Okay, so you know what? I'm not opposed to it because, like I said, at this event on the 23rd, we are having a performance or two by some of our artists. So it might be something that we could look into doing at future events. I'm borrowing a Smashbox and a mic from a friend. I'm not going to have access to that all the time. So, you know, at later events, it'll probably come down to getting a hold of that equipment again, or having somebody else bring out equipment to be able to do musical performances. But usually, for the most part, we try to get through the fights as quick as we can because there's a lot of fights, and any time that we're eating up doing other stuff is time that we're not fighting. Let's see, demos mean areas, bus models means other revenue streams, student classes, fighters. Oh, okay. I'm always exploring different avenues, but the fighting thing, the channel, that's all my passion right now. And like I said, I'm open to other ideas and all that kind of stuff. So if you really want to, if you want to message me at scrapyardfighting@gmail.com, I'll post this really quick. Also, how you can get a hold of me to, if you don't have a Facebook, how you can sign up to fight too. I mean, I don't like to do it that way. Too explosive. Possibly. I mean, I can find you a 155 fighter for sure, but I know you want that title fight, and it's hard for me to be like, hey, new guy, do you want to fight for the title? It's like, then I get, it's not about the shit that I get online from people. It's mainly about, I would like them to have a couple fights in the scrapyard before they go for a title. But I mean, you're the title contender. You're right there for it. I just have to have somebody that is had a couple fights, and then you guys will go against each other. So it's nothing on you. I feel like if I just match you up like I do every other event with a 155 fighter, then I should, they'll get you a fight. I think I've got you a fight like almost every time, but don't worry too much about the title. You know, you're in line for it. I just got to find somebody else. So I hope that covered that. Let's see, Ruckus. I see Ruckus up here. Sorry, I'm getting a little backed up on your guys' stuff. So I'm not going to show. Let's see. I'm a micro tuber, but I'll reach out. Business email, clog up things. Okay. Where's Pookie or Nano Strong? Need more Simone and Tongan fighters. I'm hoping they come back. So they're out of a group named Brave House. I haven't seen them for a while. It was cool having them out. I always enjoyed those guys. They're polite, respectful, great fighters. I would love to have them back, but they got to get a hold of me, and we'll set things up. But I heard maybe Pookie and Ponyboy want to come back and fight. I just I need to talk to those guys a little bit more and find out for sure. West Coast fighters only fight. Wait, are West Coast fighters only fighting Scrapyard fighters? No, actually, on the Scrapyard versus West Coast Invasion, I will match, dude. Like I said it on a Facebook Live today, that if I've got people that want to go against each other, whether it's Scrapyard versus Scrapyard, whether it's West Coast versus West Coast, I mean, if there's beefs or whatever, just like matchups that we can make, we'll do it. So no, it's not necessarily every fight is going to be West Coast versus Scrapyard. So let's see here. Maybe a GoFundMe. See, sorry here. Can we get a heavyweight MMA championship? Yeah, when we got heavyweight fighters in MMA. Okay, I got one guy that I think that's you. Yeah. The Terrifier. I'm trying to get you a match. If anybody's out there that wants to fight MMA against the Terrifier this month on the 23rd, hit me up with my email, and we can get it set up. But like I said to Too Explosive, don't worry so much about the title. You get a couple fights in, I get a couple people. I'll make the fight, and I got a couple people with records, then I can match them up. Let's see here. I'm gonna post in the Facebook group. Actually, I already did. I'm gonna see if I can go on West Coast and pull up somebody that possibly wants to come on here. We can get some guests, like somebody we've never had on before. Okay. I'll put the bait out there and see if anybody bites. Thanks again for the invite. Hey, thank you, Real Lion. It was a pleasure having you on. Okay, let's see. I don't know nothing about that. That's between you guys. So yeah. Fighters travel. Yes, Harley. A lot of fighters do travel and fight. We get every single event that we've ever had. We've had somebody fly on a plane to get to our yard, whether it was from Cali, Texas, Illinois. I mean, it would be neat to have actually, I could probably go through all my waivers and find out exactly where everybody's been. It'd be neat to get a chart made. West Coast would destroy everyone in the Scrapyard. Are you sure about that, man? We got some hard hitters out here. I don't know about that comment. Can't, but I'm in Cali, by the way. Can't wait to make some things happen, bro. Should I join? Yeah, I joined the Facebook group. It's Street Beef Scrapyard on Facebook. It's a picture of a bunch of us flexing in front of a shipping container that's all painted up. Yes, we're gonna sell merch at the events. I got sweatshirts, and I got some custom Scrapyard hats. But it's gonna be first come first serve on all of it, so I can't hold anybody. Hoodies, yeah, they're gonna be. I got large and extra large left. I think. I don't think I have anything bigger or smaller than that. When are you guys coming to Boston? We aren't. We don't move. If you want to hit up Street Beefs over in Virginia, they're going to be your closest bet. All right. Let me see if I. Well, I'll start going through other stuff. I'm really trying to get people to come on here, but I think everybody's being camera shy tonight. Did you guys check out? I'm actually going to link you to it because I'm actually really, I spent a lot of time on it, so I'm really proud of it. But I did a top five knockouts, and I posted it today. It took me hours to make, and I think it turned out really well. I was getting a lot of positive feedback on it, so I'm gonna try to get the link to it really quick here. I'll post it for you guys. Hey, Illuminate the State with a super chat. I really appreciate that. For the May 21st event, I'm definitely interested in helping put together a music concert. I can possibly look at stage and other equipment. Yes, we're going to have to talk about that more in detail, though. That might require us renting a different place and putting on an event, and I'll have to look into it. But DM me on Facebook, and we'll discuss it. Someone in Facebook group said I should. Actually, I'm going to post that. Hey, you know what? It's so hard to find female fighters out here. Maybe grapplers will be easier to find. Oh, did I even post that? I didn't post it. Okay, there's the link, guys. If you got a second, go watch it. It's only like 5 minutes long, but I poured my heart and soul into that. And yeah, let me know what you think. So, is anybody interested in coming on as a guest? Especially, so we got 20 plus people on here. I know for a fact we got some fighters. Whether you're West Coast, Scrapyard, OG, Dirty South, whatever branch you're in. If you're interested in basically answering the questions that I asked Real Lion, I'm going to ask you the same questions. Hit me up Facebook DM right now, and I will send you the link. It's actually really easy. I just send you a link to this thing, and then your face shows up at the bottom of the screen, and I click on it, and then boom, you're on the screen. So it's especially if you're fighting on the 23rd, we could talk about your matchup and see if I got anybody lined up for you or anything like that. I want to try and get an MMA match or kickboxing match. Where can I contact you? The email that I posted above or in the Facebook group, that's going to be the best one, Abe. Let's see, Jake Autumn was so vicious. Everybody, why does it keep moving? Ordinances and such change when it's a musical venue. Yes. RD, already saw it. You did a solid, bro. Thank you. You'd grapple a guy if he's in your weight class. What's your weight? Because then I can think of some people. Nah, Scrapyard got some beasts for show. Yep. Any word on Gumby return? As far as I know, Gumby's he's doing like the sanctioned stuff. Well, or unsanctioned. but I don't think he's coming back as far as fighting goes. We always want to have our little clay friend out here to referee and help out. He's always welcome. If he ever wanted to come back and fight, he's welcome to do that too. But he's not fighting professionally yet, so he is still able to fight. 130 pounds walking around. Yes, we do have people that are that weight that could that we could match you up against for grappling for sure. Okay. Man, why is everybody busy on a Saturday night? Like, I would think that Kicking It with Chicken would be at the top of their list. You guys are all on here, right? Okay, I'm gonna get back to it. So the invitation's up there. If you guys want to talk online in front of a ton of people, hey, what's up, DJ? I love your reacts. That's how I met Overtime Hustling too. They did a react to us and they did a good job. So all right, back to it. So anyway, the fundraising that I'm doing is to cover the cost of our custom made cover for the Scrapyard to protect the fighters, cameraman, host, referee, all from the horrible rain of the Pacific Northwest. I've gotten a couple donations so far, but if anybody's interested and they want to drop a couple bucks in the Cash App, let me see here. I don't even use this thing enough to know my own. So I'll write it down. It is, let's see. That right? Yes, yes, yeah. In the Scrapyard, Ron, it rains an exceptional amount. Jeez. Hey, Anomaly, do you want to come on the show? DM me on Facebook if you're interested in coming on the show and answering a couple questions. Let's see. Is there a certain time we should know if we got a fight or not on the 23rd? You know what? I do match up some people ahead of time, but for the most part, if you're not traveling from out of state, I typically will match you up at the event. So if you're within like the easy to match, if you're in the easy to match, oh, lights out. Well, you were here. They're trying to connect their mic and stuff. So if you're within like, I'd say 145 to 205, you should be easy to match up. Especially if you're open to doing more than one type of fighting style. So Anomaly. Let's see. Okay, I thought I had a message on there, but nope. Lights out. I'm still waiting for him. Says devices are not connected, so I can't bring you on. They'll need to connect their mic and cam before you can add them to the stream. So yeah, Ron, message me on Facebook, and then I will send you the link to this. It's actually pretty easy to do. You just click on the link. Hey, Gash, do you want to get on a live stream? I'm trying something new tonight. Who's calling me? Ron, you're not supposed to call me. I'm not answering that during the live. Okay. Ron, I just have to, oh, wrong link. Ah! Forget that, Ron, that link is for the top 5 Scrapyard knockouts. You can watch it, but that's not the, it was not the intended. Okay. Let's see, StreamYard. Let's see, where's my, I gotta see the invite. Here we go. Copy to clipboard. Boom. Got it. Oh, yeah. We'd love to have you on in the future if you'd like to do that. But if there's anything you want to ask or join in the conversation in chat, I will post your questions and comments on the screen. Actually, Daniel from Heart in the Fight, he's the one that suggested I use this format, this program. So that's why I have live guests tonight. And I'm really digging it. Okay. I think we might have the anomaly on next if he makes it into chat. So I sent him the link. Let's see. Anomaly, do you have any idea how? Let's see. How close are all the different branches relationship-wise? We're all in this together as far as being branches on street beefs. Hold on, lights out. Give me like a minute, okay? And I'll bring you on. Obviously, like the Virginia over there, they're all over there, kind of isolated away from us, and it just depends. Like I think certain members are closer to each other than others, and it's a really hard question to answer. But I'm going to bring on a fighter right now. He's fought in the last couple events and goes by the name of Lights Out. So we're going to ask him some questions. Lights Out, what is
What's
up?
up with you, man?
Welcome to the show, Kicking It with Chicken.
Thank you.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. Fire Chicken, how you doing today?
I'm awesome, man. Yeah, I'm digging the new setup here as far as like being able to talk to people.
Hell
Yeah, just I'm getting everything ready for this October 23rd event. There's a lot of planning that goes into this stuff. Just like you're probably training and getting ready for a fight, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I got to keep my conditioning good. I just want to be able to last as long as I can, and practice on keeping my head up. I know that in my last fight, I was ducking my head down a lot, and that's just something that I need to, avoid. Going in there more, with going against Texas, I was more avoiding, and I should have just went in. Something that something that I watch on a day-to-day basis, something that I really observe, and try to review and just try to get better. By the end of the day, I'm trying to become pro, so just getting better and just realizing what I do and just knowing that I have mistakes and flaws and just overcoming those is what I try to do.
Strive to be better, right? Learn from mistakes, and yeah.
Exactly.
So I went through some questions with Real Lion earlier. I'll ask you the same ones.
All right.
So how did you originally find out about the Scrapyard?
Well, I was going on YouTube, and me and my friend, we used to watch the original one, and we were just wondering, like, how do we get on there? Like, we want to fight, and we ended up finding out that you guys were located in Washington, and we live right in Lakewood. So when we heard that it was in Gig Harbor, we're like, oh, that's like 20 minutes away. Okay, that's like not too bad. So we're like, okay, cool. So after that, I got my first fight in, which was against Goon, which I know a lot of people have seen. You know what I'm saying? And I lost. But he's a very good fighter, and it's a lot of respect goes out to him, you know what I'm saying? And, at the end of the day, he showed me that, there's a lot of things that I need to work on and a lot of things that, I can improve on. And, he's just made me a better fighter at the end of the day, no matter what I do, no matter how many losses. Karate Kid the same, I really respect them both getting in there with me, So, yeah, that's basically how we found out about it, to be honest.
And I always feel like you learn more off your losses than you do off your wins.
Exactly. Most definitely.
Shows you what you need to work on. Yeah, I've been there too.
Exactly.
So what's your experience then?
So for me, I think I'm still at a 1. You know, to be honest with you, I'm not anything too powerful. You know, like, but I do. My hopes is like, you know, especially in the scrapyard, to prove myself. You know, and just to,
Yeah.
you know, just to prove everybody, you know, that I am a fighter and that I am here to, you know, win. And you know, and I appreciate everything that you guys do for me, you know, and everything that, you know, that's going on. And it's just for right now, you know, it's just all about, for me, supporting what I got going on, you know, my family, and just having fun. At the end of the day, this is fun. You know, I get to connect with all the guys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man No Limit. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy right there.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
I'm supposed
PJ
to.
Junior.
I'm
Yeah.
actually supposed to do a grappling match against him on the 23rd. So
For
I'm
real?
supposed to go against him. I'm supposed to go against Too Explosive.
Yeah.
I love doing the grappling matches because that's something that's what I started with. That like back, I started training in 2005,
Hell
and
yeah.
I've been doing it ever since. But that's what started it all was jujitsu, and
Fuck yeah.
I got into boxing about 4 years ago, and it's kind of been consumed me the whole time. But then I got this cage built, and it's like, well, shoot, I'll just have people come out and grapple with me.
Exactly.
Do that every event. It doesn't put any wins on my record or anything like that, but it does keep me wanting to stay in shape and lets me stay up on my training, I guess.
Exactly.
So that'll be cool. I can't wait to go against him. He looks like he's got some good ground game. So,
And my man Scotty Showtime too. You know, I knew Scotty Showtime before I even came into Street Beefs. You know, and he was one of the people, you know, to kind of tell me like, man, you need to get in there. You know, like he's like, like he came up to me because we used to work together, and he's like, hey man, you like to fight? And I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, I like to fight. Like, yeah, who does it? Like, yeah, that's fun to me. Yeah, let's do it. And he's like, bro, come to the scrapyard. I'm promising you, bro. You wouldn't regret it, bro. And I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself because I watched the OG Scrapyard, like I said, OG CP. So like, I don't know, because a lot of people, like, you know what I'm saying, like, they're trained a lot. So, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I get in there and like before a fight, I'm scared. No matter who it is, I'm intimidated that you can beat me the whole time. You can beat me, but when I'm in there, especially when it's boxing, when I'm in the ring and I'm facing you and I see you face to face, I'm no longer scared. You know, it just turns into a whole different mindset. You know, I'm scared before, and that's the reason why I train, is because I'm scared that you're gonna beat me, and that's the reason why I train so hard in it. You know.
you know, the way that you look at your opponent and everything does change after a while because I did
Exactly.
sanctioned MMA for years, and then I got into boxing. And it's like when I went out to Street Beefs the first time, I had a pretty good amount of training for my coach, and I was not nervous at all. It was like another day at the office.
Exactly.
Such hard spars all the time that it was like, what's this guy gonna do to me that my coach can't? You know.
Exactly.
So yeah. Favorite. Sorry, I gotta answer this. Favorite submission. Abe is asking. So my favorite submission. That's a tough one. I got submissions that I like to do. Probably my favorite submission that I do is like a modified arm triangle from guard. So I trap an arm when a punch comes in with my neck and shoulder. I wrap it, and then I do a scissor sweep and go into side control, and then I turn up the pressure on the neck. So that's my favorite one.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm answering questions too. This one, how old are you? I'm 38. I'm old. I'm not too old to be doing this though. So, all right. That's cool that Showtime and those guys got you in.
Hell yeah.
And Showtime, he's
Dangerous.
he's dangerous
Dangerous.
and he's got some talent, man. And he's a personality. But I
Exactly.
think personality is really what draws people in.
Mm-hmm.
Also, his fighting style. Not a lot of people
It's unique. I like it.
to like want to pick somebody up and slam somebody on the ground. That's not. I mean, like chop the leg down or want to box or
Exactly.
wrestling. But yeah, so it's cool to see it. And that pose that he's got where he had I think it was Too Explosive. He had him and then he pointed to the camera.
Uh-huh.
I was like, That's the screenshot. That's the
Yeah, it was
picture
filthy.
we're using for the thumbnail. But he's actually got. He's probably on the waiting list for a lot of fighters right now. I know there's a lot of people that want to fight Scotty, and he's really vocal, and I think that's what it is. And yeah, so I'm excited for him to come back. I really am.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. That's my guy. I'm excited for that man to come back. Exactly. And I like how you said it, like the way that he fights and like the style, like the way that he like always has to pick somebody up, and for a minute, like I don't know, it's just crazy because like when he gets in there, it's just like it's go 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 go, like
Yeah.
when he gets. And it just go 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 go. He did not stop. He just kept on going and keep going. And that's incredible to see, especially from a fighter. You want to see your fighter, especially your corner wants to see their fighter, produce like that. And
Yeah.
give out take so many shots, but also give out so many shots. No, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like the way that he was getting hit pretty hard, but he stood his ground and he took him and he was chucking them too. So, at the end of the day, good fight to both of those men, because that was a very good fight. And, it just all they can do from here is further their career, and
What's interesting about his last couple fights is he's actually fought guys that were a little bit similar to the way that he fights,
exactly.
and actually won a fight by picking up a guy and slamming him on the ground. And then Too Explosive is a wrestler that picks people up too and slams them on the ground. So it is interesting that he's gotten matched up with guys that were so similar to him. I was just waiting for like who's gonna pick who up and slam who in this fight.
Exactly. And
All
I
right.
like, you want to know something crazy? And I know this would be a great fight, and I don't know if anybody else wants to see it, but I most definitely want to see it when Scotty gets back into himself, and he's good where he's at. I want to see him go against Jake Autumn's brother, because that would be a very good fight. When I seen him go against the other dude, I was like, whoa, that's kind of dangerous. Like that would be a great fight. Like, all y'all, if that happens, stay tuned for real.
In time.
For real.
All right. Let's see. I want to know what your favorite fighters are, your favorite fight in the scrapyard, or even all of Street Beefs.
My favorite one, I gotta say, honestly, I like all of them because they're really physical, and I like my favorite fighter of all time would probably, I have to say, would be, and my favorite fight, I don't know, I like Gas. Gas is really good, I really like Gas. She's really, really good. I really think she's very good.
Yep.
My favorite fight, though, would have to be Ant versus Scotty Showtime, because that one was crazy.
That was a
Just
crazy
being there.
I agree. Yeah. Hey, they're gonna have to run that one back.
Yes.
There's a lot of
Most
behind the scenes stuff
definitely.
with it, and yeah, it's gonna have to happen again.
That's crazy.
I think Too Explosive is gonna happen again. And then
Oh,
we all know
yeah.
Viking Warrior wants that too. So I mean, he's got a list of people. So
I have a question, though. I had one statement, because I've been talking to a few fighters about like fighting them, and and I have a few, because what I like to do is I like to, be cool with the people I'm fighting, what I'm saying? I don't want to go in there and have everything like, hot head, like, oh yeah, I'm going to beat you. Most definitely. That's how it's going to go down. Like, nah, this is how I want it to go. That's how I planned it out. Like, so after fighting, cause I know that, who are already I'm fighting on the 23rd, but, me and, Ninja Steve, we were talking about, me and him possibly going up against each other in November.
that's not a bad one, because both of you guys have already fought in the scrapyard, and I think that'll work. I'm gonna. So Ron's been sitting back. Anomaly's been sitting backstage for a little bit. I'm just gonna bring him into the stream.
Oh yeah.
He can kind of answer these questions too. I can get both your guys' answers for all
Most
of them.
definitely.
There he is. The
Oh, it's
anomaly.
Anomaly. Hello, bro. How you
How's
doing,
it
man?
going?
Our most
You guys
typical
doing?
of seniors in the scrapyard.
Hey,
So I'm just asking, you know, I just asked Lights Out what his favorite fighters were in the scrapyard, and I'm going to ask you the same question, Ron. You know, who are your favorite scrapyard or OG branch or West Coast or whatever? Who are your favorite fighters?
uh, man, I got so many. I really can't single anybody out. There's some guy calls himself Fire Chicken. I kind of like watching him when he fights.
Hey, that's
But yeah, I like this.
I'll pass on the information to him.
Yeah, yeah, all right, man. You know the guy, huh?
I do, yeah.
All right, yeah. I'd say Fair Play. Let's see. Oh man, I can't even think of his name now. OG Yard, red haired
Bro, come
kid.
on, dude.
Yeah, what is his name? You know what I'm talking about. He's one
Uh,
of the original guys that had a lot of grappling skills. Beach. I
oh
don't know
yeah,
why. Yeah, but Beach is the one I was watching. I was thinking, man, he's got some grappling skills, and it's one of the things I thought, man, I'd like to get on there and do some of that.
yeah. Yeah, Beach is he's a cool guy. You know, we met him in Virginia.
Yeah,
Uh, he was pretty cool.
yeah, like yeah, another guy. I guess Big Smile. He's a cool dude, man. I really liked it. Remember he was help corner when we went out there.
Yep.
Help corner.
I showed him a couple submissions that I was familiar with. That was pretty cool. So what are your guys' I'll start with you, Lights Out, but what are your overall thoughts on our branch, the way we run things, your experiences so far?
I really like the way that you guys run things. To be honest, like I don't have a problem with anything that you guys do, and like the way that everything is ran, I respect it, and I respect the way that you guys do things, and I'm really, really thankful to have you guys by my side, and to have Ron when I'm fighting, like teach me things like, hey man, keep swinging, keep your head up, do what you got to do, at the end of the day, you're gonna win these fights, and you're gonna keep on going, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna and he just tells me all the time, and like he'll bring me to the side and he'll just tell me things that I can improve on, and like, you just need to keep on, just working and working, and you're gonna be dangerous. He's like, kid, I believe in you, and you have a lot of talent that can be used.
Right on. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, it's cool that we're all meeting people out here and making connections and finding places to train and all that stuff. Like
Exactly.
I said earlier with Real Lion, that's what we're really trying to do out here. What about you, Anomaly? What's your overall experiences with the scrapyard?
Yeah, I came out. I just fell in love with the whole family thing. It's kind of like being at a good gym. It's the same type of atmosphere. And I got started at this because I wanted to go out to the OG yard, and then I was thinking, man, that's a big logistical problem just to do that. And then I got in touch with
But we
Sunshine
did it, right?
Trask. Yeah, when I got in touch with Sunshine Trask, she said, "Hey, there's one in Gig Harbor," and I go, "What? That's right around the corner here." So,
Oh, shout out to Sunshine.
oh yeah, and that's how I got involved with you guys.
Nah, that's awesome. And then we made it out to Virginia, right?
Oh yeah,
We made it out there. And you got a box Fair Play, I got a box A Train and Scarface.
yeah,
And then Illuminate the State right here in the chat also. He made it out there with us too. That
oh
was
yeah.
that was cool. But you know what? We're gonna do it again, probably in June again.
Woohoo!
So let's see here. What do you guys I'll start with Lights Out again, but what are you guys looking forward to the most in the future of the scrapyard? Any upcoming events or anything like that?
Um, well, like I told you, Fire Chicken, and you kind of gave me that shocked face in the group chat, I was like, look, I'm going to be there for the next 6 events. Y'all just stay tuned. And he was like,
Yeah.
like, what? And like, that's just what I'm going to do. I'm just here to eventually be professional, and, just seeing what I have to offer myself, and to see what I can do when I become professional. I want to help my family out as much as possible, and that's really what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? It's family over everything, and like at the end of the day, witnessing my family just struggle our whole lives, you know, it just makes me have a whole different hunger to do what I'm doing.
Right on, man.
And yeah, I tell you, what I like is it's just like training for a fight. If you know who your opponent is, that's the only thing you focus on. You don't look beyond that for me, and I'm always looking for the next event out at the scrapyard just to see what it holds. It's always nice it's like opening up a present, and see what's in there. It's kind of neat. Always looking forward to the next event. It's just nice.
Yep. I can't wait to see your costume on the 23rd, Ron. Hey, we're not telling people. Those are going to be surprises.
Yeah, I just don't plan on shaving. Just go like that,
Okay.
for the most part.
Same here. I'm growing it out a little bit too. So we'll see how that works out. Long John wants to know what are you vaping, lights out?
I'm vaping on a Vapor Lax, you know what I'm saying? Got the strawberry cream. It's pretty good. I like it. It's not too bad.
I hope that answers your question. All right, guys. That's all I got for you. As far as questions go, if there's anything you guys want to say before I cut you loose.
Yeah, let me say one thing. I got one thing to say. Visit my Instagram at Majestic1013, and I also want to say shout out to Saudi Showtime, shout out to PJ Jr., shout out to my man No Limit. Also wanted to say look for me for the title fight against Turtle. That's going to be a good one. That's coming soon. Eventually, when I get up to that, but eventually, yeah, just look for that. That's going to be coming soon. Eventually.
Can't wait, man. All right. Hey, you know what? Lights out. We'll see you on the 23rd.
Oh yeah, you'll most definitely see me on the 23rd, and I also got to give a shout out to my man Buddy V, because Buddy V, he be doing what he needs to do on the side.
Yeah,
I like that, man.
yeah. I wish I'd get him in the chat right now. He's always fun to have in the chat. So, all right, man. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. Hey, Ron, you have a good night, and Fire Chicken, you have a good night too.
You too.
All right, thanks, man.
All right.
All right, Ron. You got anything before you get out that you want to say?
Yeah, just say hi to all the people I trained with. Most of them were at the fights tonight because we had a couple of guys from our gym going to some sanctioned fights. I was supposed to be on the card, but I had a neck injury, and that kind of helped me out. But
yeah.
Oh well. I'll just look for something else in the scrapyard again. Hopefully, get another MMA match or something.
Hey, anybody fight tonight that I know?
No. There's a monster and a smaller monster out of our gym that's probably gonna do a pretty good job in a sanctioned fight tonight. And my buddy, everybody knows him as Nerd Rage, is looking for his first pro fight coming up, hopefully in January.
Oh man, feel sorry for his opponent.
Oh yeah, his opponent doesn't know what he's getting into.
Well, hey, that seems to be a reoccurring theme, right?
Oh yeah.
You think you're safe with a guy like Nerd Rage? He LARPs.
Yeah.
But then you find out real quick, hey, this guy knows how to fight.
Yeah, you got to bring out the big guns when you're going against him. I don't know. He likes to go hard, and that's why I wait until I'm completely healthy before I go with him.
Yeah, he seems
good
like
dude,
one of those guys.
Really good dude. I've learned so much from him.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yep. So, all right. Hey, we're getting stuff all set up tomorrow for the most part for the event. I'm gonna try to decorate the ring and everything. It's gonna be different, man. I made that intro already. I made that intro already for it, so I'm trying to give like the fights that are coming up for the next month that real Halloween feel.
Yeah, it'd be cool. It's gonna be awesome, man. I look forward to it.
Maybe we'll do turkeys or something on November. I don't know. Hey, we can all dress up like turkeys.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, brother. Well, thanks for having me out. That's
Yeah, it
fun.
was great having you on. Actually, Illuminate the State just showed up backstage. So, yeah, awesome. This is working out pretty good. I think this might be a reoccurring theme with our Kicking It with Chicken. So, thanks for coming on, Ron. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
All right, everybody. Up next, we got Illuminate the State. He's a fighter out of the Scrapyard. He went with us to Virginia, and we're gonna talk to him and ask some questions. So, welcome to the chat. Illuminate the State.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing? You got your Scrapyard shirt on too. Awesome.
I do.
What's new? How you been?
Doing pretty good. Getting back into training. I took a little bit of time off to focus a little bit on music a little bit, and then now I'm getting back into the hang of the routine of training again.
Okay. Yeah, it should. Even when I'm not really training, I still try to get a little bit of training in every once in a while, just to kind of stay in that kind of mode. I don't want to lose it all. But that's cool. You're getting back into it. You thinking about coming back to the Scrapyard anytime soon?
Yeah. I want to say possibly maybe November. If not November, definitely in December.
Okay, I actually have the dates of those events already. Those are easy to plan out because with the holidays and everything, I want to keep them away from the holidays. So November is going to be on the 20th, and December is going to be on the 11th. Now, we might be having Fair Play come out in December, so that'll be a pretty cool thing.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you ever wanted to meet him again, because you met him in Virginia, didn't you?
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Yeah. He's like the nicest, like
Dude.
guy. He's like Wonder Boy of Street Beef.
Exactly. Street Beef's Wonder Boy. I like that. Yeah, actually somebody made a comment earlier, like every time one of his suspenders, he takes a suspender off, his power level goes up.
That would probably be like one of his perks in the Street Beef game when they finally come out with it.
Yeah. God, somebody needs to make that game. All right, I got some questions for you. So how did you find the Scrapyard?
So the Scrapyard, I saw it. I think I basically watched you guys from the beginning, because like I've been a part of like the regular Street Beef group, but I just never like really interacted or did anything on the page. And then I saw like the post of like, oh, the new branch of Washington, Scrapyard. And I was like, oh, let me check this out. Because I think that was, I think you guys came out a little bit before the West Coast did.
So
or did they come out a little bit before?
they came out a little bit earlier, but they did an event that was like, okay, let me think here. I think I had my ring and stuff built. I would have to look at when they had their first event, but I think I had my ring and stuff built, but I hadn't had an event yet. And they did that event that was out like in the desert.
Yes, I see. I was actually signed up to go to that one, but it wasn't. I don't think it was actually supposed to be in the desert. I'm not too sure. I think that was a last minute change. And then it ended up the time where they had it ended up, because of the change, it conflicted with my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't able to go out there. And then that was like the only event that they had before a couple months later. Then they started the West Coast one in Vegas.
Yeah. So I think they did the Vegas event after our event. But you know what? Now that you mentioned it, I do remember you. You were on our chats a lot back when we first started, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm going to come out. And then you made it out, and I was like, "Man,
yeah, I came out right after you built the ring."
yeah." Yeah, our new ring. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you've been watching us since the beginning, you've known that like our first ring that we had was just basically bungee cords with pool floaties around them and poles cemented into the ground. And actually, the person that destroyed our ring was Simo. Or no, not Simo. Not Simo. Solo. Solo destroyed our ring in his first fight, and two big boys hit one of the poles really hard and bent it over. He fell on top, and I was just like, ah. So we were like, we got to build a cage, and thanks to the sponsors, Monica Bachelor, our Beamer representative, Tony and Monica, um, Len Hicks, aka Pishoto, plus Anomaly, and a whole bunch of other people putting in time. And Buddy V, Turkish Assassin, and Turco, they both came out and helped. Gash came out and helped. So we had a lot of people putting hands on building the cage, and
Oh, that thing is pretty sturdy.
it
My goodness.
it ain't going nowhere.
Being there like on the side of the cage, like right there next to the door, and I forgot who it was. I think it was Morningstar and someone else. And Morningstar got slammed into the cage, and that thing was like, I thought that thing was gonna break, but that thing didn't even move.
No, it's not going to move. The poles are cemented into the ground like 5 feet, So I mean, and then that's 5 different spots that they're cemented in. Plus, in the middle of them, I drove stakes down. So I mean that thing's solid. And I evaluated like any points in the cage that would be a cause for concern, and I tried to make them better as we went along. I'm still always doing little things here and there to them, but now I'm just trying to work on like safety related stuff. And I did some stuff recently. Went and put some padding in some different spots. So, Abe, he doesn't sound like Wonder Boy, no, but his attitude and the way that he's respectful to people is kind of what we're getting at. Oh, me. Sorry, Long John said that. Wonder Boy. That's funny. So I'm reading the wrong comments here. But yeah, anyway, so I remember you back in the day. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna ask you who your favorite fighter in all the branches, or your favorite fight, whatever.
Oh. Damn. I don't think I'm gonna go the anomaly route and say that I can't really pick a favorite fighter.
Yeah.
But I do have a favorite fight, and it is Gash versus Gumby.
Okay. Which one?
I think it was their first fight.
The MMA fight?
Yeah.
Okay. Gash cracked Gumby really hard with like a left or right and like a hook. And Gumby just went like, he's just like, nope, we're not doing this. Wrestling mode. Let me answer this really quick. Absolute Recoil asks, why no bare knuckle? Basically, I don't know the laws regarding bare knuckle fighting, and that's what it is. I don't know the laws. Plus, Street Beast as an organization we try to stop fights with blood as quick as possible. And with bare knuckle, you're more susceptible to bleeding and having cuts, that kind of stuff. So gloves are better for not having that kind of stuff. That's basically why we don't do bare knuckle. I'm not saying we could never do it. I just need to learn more about it in the future. Let's see. Okay. All right. So I used to know who my favorite fighters were, but fighters come and go in the main branch. I know that Prodigal Son was one of my favorites over in Virginia. Amorphous. He was actually going to come out at one point, but he never made it out here. I got to talk to him again. He's one of my favorites. I liked watching a lot of the OG guys over in Street Beef, Iraqi Assassin, Face, Vandal.
Oh, one person that I missed, I haven't seen in a while, but the last time I heard he was getting surgery was J-Rock, the one who beat up Italian Tyson.
J-Rock is one of my favorites because he really put it to IT. He really, yeah, he nullified him.
The J-Rock, how J-Rock pulled that off was basically how everyone was like, has been wanting everyone to beat up Jake Paul.
Yeah. Everybody wants to call out Jake and Logan, but I mean, you got to look at it like their perspective. What would they benefit from it? Like, okay, they're going to go up against somebody that might beat them, and they're just going to look like a dumbass on TV. Or do they go against somebody they know they can beat, that's a celebrity, that they're going to pull in millions upon millions? So that's why these guys fight who they fight. They're out there to make money. And that's what it's all about. There's obviously people better than them out there, but I don't like to discredit them because they are professional fighters. So
Yeah, like I mean, like compared to like like the other professional fighters, yeah, they're not as good, but they're
well,
definitely
actually,
better than me.
the professional fighters, actually, they're probably pretty decent, but compared to elite professional fighters like Floyd Mayweather, I mean, come on, that's the top of the top. There's such a variance. Pro literally means nothing. Yeah, it means nothing because you could be really inexperienced and go get a pro card, and you're still experienced, but you're classified as a pro.
Hmm.
So it doesn't really mean a whole lot. But then you got people all the way up at the top that are the best in the world. So pro, whatever. I think he's kind of in the middle, like he could probably beat some people that would surprise you. Tyrone Woodley, he beat Tyrone Woodley. Nobody thought he would beat him.
No, everyone thought like it wasn't even a question. Everyone thought Tyrone was gonna put him to sleep.
Everybody but me. I like, you know what? You got a pro elite MMA fighter, but he's not a boxer, and he's coming off losses. And you got Jake Paul, who trains with professional fighters. He knows where he's at. He wouldn't take the fight if he didn't think he could win it.
Hmm.
I would like to see him fight if we're doing the kind of celebrity thing. I'd like to see him fight Anderson Silva. I think, and I actually think that match might even be more surprising than people think. Is Anderson going to win? Most likely, but that's probably why Jake hasn't taken the fight yet, because he's waiting until he's confident enough that he'll take.
Anderson surprised everyone with his boxing so far.
Yeah, he did. But he's always been a great stand-up fighter. His head movement, everything's been great. So, definitely not taking anything away from Anderson Silva. He's, in my opinion, he is the GOAT. He is the 185-pound UFC GOAT. That's a hard one to dispute because Israel Adesanya is great, but I don't think he's quite to the level of. I know he beat him, but I mean, you're talking like, okay, Tito Ortiz beat Chuck Liddell at one point. That doesn't mean that Tito Ortiz was the better fighter out of the two. It's just that when you catch people out of their prime, it's easier to beat them. So Tito used to beat people all the time that were like retiring and older, but
because like people like they think it's like, oh, they beat the fighter, and it's like, oh, I'm good because I beat a legend, and it's like, well, I mean, you beat him because he's like kind of because he's old. Like if he was in his prime, like the same thing as your age, well, I don't think he would have done as good. Like for example, with Israel when he fought Anderson. If this was like 5-10 years ago and he fought Anderson, I don't think Anderson would have lost.
No, I don't think he would have either. Yeah. Well, then you got guys like GSP that are gone forever, come back, fight for the title, win the title, and then just like, see you later.
So like, what was the point? I think people, they do that just because they don't like the ones who are champion at the moment. So they go take the belt and then they just vacate it because the UFC doesn't give it back to the last person. They give it to like the next two fighters.
I've always liked GSP. I follow him on Instagram. He posts a lot of funny videos. He's still in really good shape. So yeah, look him up on Instagram if you want to. Oh, I accidentally push that again. I got to get rid of that. Okay. The bare knuckle discussion's been going on, and somebody brought up like blood diseases and stuff. And we're a backyard fight organization. We don't test for any of that stuff. So that's why we avoid blood and we clean it up really quickly when we see it. So just clarifying that.
Yeah, because like the bare knuckle is like that's kind of like a guaranteed blood
It is,
sport.
but it's on the level of being so professional that they test for everything. The fighters are clean before they go in there. You don't have to worry about catching anything. And I would not take that risk without that insurance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because one of my coaches fights for BKFC, and he says they're pretty good with all the medical stuff.
Yeah. Do you have fighters sign a contract that stipulates they do their own blood work? I mean, yeah, but okay, so not only is the blood an issue because of how messy it is and diseases and all that stuff, you could get that fixed, whatever. But then you have YouTube that wants to censor stuff, and then you're not able to run your ads in the videos.
Mm.
So that's another reason why blood in your videos is not favorable. But back to your questions. Actually, I got somebody that wants to come on soon too, so I'll ask you these last two questions. What are your overall thoughts on the scrapyard? Your experiences with the scrapyard so far?
It's been pretty great. It totally what I thought it was going to be totally exceeded my expectations when I went for the first time. The people I met, Tiger Dragon, he was awesome being in my corner. He coached me a little bit, meeting everyone there, you, African, Gimp, all of them, they're pretty cool. And it's like the atmosphere, I think, because I mean, I've only been to Virginia and, Scrapyard, but like, I like the atmosphere and like the area. It's a pretty cool feeling. And it's like anyone that comes here, definitely not going to be disappointed.
Right.
Even if like, you just want to come, help out, or if you come, you don't end up getting a fight. It's still an awesome experience to, to go to.
Yep. Yeah, we try to we welcome anybody come out there. I feel like we try to treat everybody with respect that comes into the yard, and we want to keep people around. We want people to have a good experience and gain a good reputation. So and that's what we're doing. We're trying to build a community, a family of fighters and fans and all that stuff. So what do
Great
you
fan base. Great fan base too.
oh yeah, I mean, I got to regulate on YouTube a little bit, but that's people just hiding behind their YouTube channels that are fake. So I mean, that's going to come with anything though.
Yeah,
But,
me and Gash are almost are. Think I checked. I think me mine her fight is like barely hitting like 740,000 views. I think.
so your fight is, I'm looking it up because I watched this stuff, and your guys' fight is like it's third right now, but it's creeping up on. Let's see. Okay, it is 732, but so fights are weird, man. Like they take off and they slow down. Preacher's Son fight is back up going again, and that one's up to 812,000 views. But and then you got the African versus King 4 dub that's moving up to Two
That was a
Explosive
good fight.
and Two Explosive versus Hitman just hit 500K.
Woo-wee.
And Scotty Showtime that versus Two Explosive. Two Explosives got two high ones. But their one's up to 368. So we got some big ones coming up here. It's unfortunate what happened with Hitman. I'm going to talk on that really quick. We invited him out. He came out. The decision didn't go his way, and he got really mad about it and made some Facebook posts, and I called him on it. And it's too bad, but hopefully he's doing good and getting a chance to fight somewhere else. So,
Yeah, I ended up actually fracturing my my big toe and like kind of messing up my kneecap or something about the liquid coming out of it, I guess.
oh damn.
So I was walking funny for a good month.
You better
But
now?
yeah, I'm actually, my toe is actually pretty good. I can bend it all the way, so I'm thinking about maybe within the next time I go over there, maybe possibly doing a kickboxing match again.
Okay.
I just gotta learn if anyone's watched my fight with Gash, I gotta learn how to handle
Check
kicks.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Well, you know what? Like I said, to lights out, we learn a lot from our losses. So if you're always winning, you don't know what you got to improve on next. So, but just, keep pushing, getting better, training. Yep. But
I do have one fight that I need to make up against Dad one day.
okay. Yeah. I'm sure he'd be down. So maybe that could be your comeback match.
Okay.
I think that would be really good.
Yeah, I remember that too. And Anomaly. Because you're in my corner.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Stuff happens, man. Don't worry about it. We'll get that one made up. No big deal. All right, man. I got Turco sitting in the back room wanting to come onto the show. So it was great having you on. I can't wait to see you back in the scrapyard again.
Alrighty, man. Thanks, Fire Chicken. Glad to be on, man.
Later. Turco, what
Yo,
is
Steve.
up? How you doing, man?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing
Good,
great.
man. How are you?
Trying out this new thing here. So I'm liking it.
Nice,
We've had
man.
like a few guests on here tonight, and it's actually time's flying by. So what's
Thanks
new,
for
man?
having me. I'm good, man. I'm just chilling. I was studying and I saw your stream. I was like, damn, I gotta join. I want to talk to Steve. I want to talk about my fight, man. A little
Yeah.
bit.
How you
Yeah.
doing though? Like, are you feeling better? Or
Yeah, my eye is good. It's just no vision loss or anything, but doctor told me to rest like 3 months.
good?
So,
Listen to doctor.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, man. Eye is dangerous. So I gotta take care of my eye. So yeah. So how you doing, Steve?
I'm good. I'm really excited about these fights on the 23rd. I'm setting them up, and it's gonna be like a costume kind of thing. So
Nice.
yeah. So every month, I got that to look forward to, fights. So
If you need help, anything, I can help. I'm down to
okay.
help. Just yeah.
Oh,
Say, what
well,
do you think about my fight? What do you think about my fight?
okay. I'm gonna say this honestly, and I edited the fight. I watched the fight over again, and I was like, I don't know who won. Like,
I'm okay with the draw.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And when I saw that it was a draw at first, I was like, no way, no way. But then I go and watch the fight, and I'm like, man, this was so back and forth. And if you look at the YouTube comments, like everyone's like, oh, you guys are dumb. So and so Turco won, and then like half the other people are like, no, you're dumb. Pitchy Jr. won, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know what you guys are doing? You guys are arguing about who won,
Mhm.
and you're all saying different stuff. Now, I get sometimes
Mhm.
we make a ruling on a fight, and people are like, they say like, "Oh no, you got it totally wrong. This person won," and like everybody will say that, but we stick to what we do, and so we
Yeah.
don't change it. But in this case, it's like it was split down the middle, and if we would have said you won or he won, then people would have went to the comments and said, "Why didn't you guys rule this a draw?" It's like now you guys want a draw.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, to be honest, I'm okay with the draw, but I thought I won. To be honest, I won the first and second round, I believe. But I'm okay with the draw. Draw makes sense too because he got me with the really good shots in the first round,
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
with the eye shot. He got me. Oof. I was
yeah,
like 1 second, damn. He got me so good.
yeah.
Yeah, man,
So
it was a good fight though.
it
It
was
was a
it
great fight.
it was a
Yeah.
great fight. He's actually fighting this
Hmm.
month.
Who?
Um, he's fighting Hollywood. You fought Hollywood, didn't you?
Ooh. No, I didn't. I
Oh,
was I was supposed to
Turtle.
fight with Hollywood, but he
Oh,
got injured. So yeah.
so
Oh, that's gonna be a great fight.
it's not a title fight. And I told him, I said, your next title fight is your rematch because he really wants the rematch too.
Hmm.
I
Oh
go,
yeah, me too.
your rematch with Turco is going to be the title fight. So he's like, okay,
Hmm.
that's fine. I go, even if you lose the fight, this month, like I'm still giving you the title fight with Turco because that's a
Hmm.
rematch. So
Yeah.
when you guys fight again, that will be for the title.
Oh yeah.
There is somebody else that messaged me today that's the same weight as you guys that wants in on the mix. But we'll see.
Who is he?
I
Who?
won't say who it is, but it's not.
No,
It's
tell me, tell me. No, 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 tell me.
I can't. It's not who you think. So
Oh,
um,
okay, okay, okay. Yeah.
no, it's not who you think. So but
Okay.
yeah. So I'll ask you the questions I asked our other guests tonight. And sorry to the
Okay.
chat, you guys. I've been like neglecting the chat all night. Like sometimes I'll see something and I'll put it up on here, but like this right here. That's what I like about this new interface, this program. I
Hmm.
can do stuff like
You
this.
should keep doing this. I like this.
I'm thinking about it. I'm on a trial right now. It's like a 7-day trial.
Hmm.
So the next time I do it, it'll probably cost me money. So I got to look into see how much it's going to cost a month and all that. But I do like it. So um, anyway, so I was wondering, how did you find out about the Scrapyard originally?
My brother told me. He said, "Oh, I found this group. Like you can fight back in the backyard." And I was like, "Damn, let's go, let's fight." And he said, first I didn't support him. I said, like, don't go fight in the backyards. Like, go fight in amateurs." And he was like, "No, I'm gonna fight, man. I can get some experience." And I was like, "Okay, let's go." And first day I was supposed to fight. It was like last August, right? The second event. And
Yeah, August was the second
Turkish
event.
assassin. He fought with what was his name? Uh,
Was it
short round, short round,
Dana?
short
Oh,
round.
short round?
Yes,
Okay.
I was supposed to fight too, but I was so nervous. I was like, no, I can't fight this event. And like, yeah, that's how I found the scrapyard. My brother told me.
Okay, but
Yeah.
you were kind of right to be like, I don't know about that because like I could see I look at a lot of different backyard fight groups on YouTube. I go on
Hmm.
and I look for them, or they'll comment on our stuff, and like I don't try to offer them any advice other than like because so many of them are doing it wrong. Like they don't have referees, they don't have any medically trained personnel. Like you guys understand, like
Yeah.
somebody could really get hurt if you don't take the safety of the fighters
Yeah.
um, as your top priority, and we always try to do that. But so you were right to think that because you don't know what you're getting into.
Oh yeah, but right now, like, I love scrapyard, man. Like, it's been a year. I'm one of the OGs, you know.
Yep.
Um, Yeah, second event I fought. No, third event I fought with. What was his name? Oh my god, I forgot his name too. Sway, Sway. Yeah, it was my
Did you
first
fight?
fight.
You fought Arm and Hammer, didn't you? No,
Me? Oh,
no.
I would never fight Armin.
Oh no,
He,
that was Running Man. Running Man fought Arm and
oh,
Hammer.
my brother. Yeah, my brother fought
Your
with
brother fought
oh,
Running
yeah,
Man. Yep.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to think of like who your fighters were. Man, that's a lot for me to remember because that was a year ago, over a year ago, and we've had like 300 fights, I think.
Oh, that's a lot. What the hell?
Yeah,
300 fights?
I think we've had around 300 fights. Yeah,
That's too
um,
much.
that's a lot. Yeah, you figure like every month we have like 20 to 30 fights. So yeah, it's tough for me to remember.
Mhm.
um, so who do you look up to? Like, who are your favorite fighters in either the Scrapyard or the OG branch? And maybe like, what are your favorite fights that you've seen in street beefs?
Okay, first in Scrapyard, my favorite fighter is, I'll say two. First, El Giro. That guy is just, I don't know. I love his heart. Like he got knocked down in his last fight, and like he got up and just, to be honest, beat him like so bad. And second, I'll say Viking Warrior. I like him
Uh,
too. Oh yeah, he uses his reach really good. His defense is good, so I like him. My favorite fighter is Gennady Golovkin, man. I love him so much, you know. Um, let's see, Gennady Golovkin and OG Art. I will say Bad News.
Bad news.
You know, to be honest, I know Bad News is 16-0 right now, but one day I want to fight him. To be honest, like I know he's a big challenge, but like I was like, I know Bad News is so good. He's so good. I think he can beat me right now, but I want to fight him one day when I get
Hey, you
better.
know what? We're going to Virginia in June.
June,
Yeah,
next June.
yeah.
Like
Gotta watch.
he, yeah, like I love him. My father watches him all the time. Bad News. Like he loves Bad News. My father, and I was like I gotta fight with this guy. Like my father loves Bad News, and maybe I can just try my chance. You know, like if we have time until June. I can get really good. I can train hard, and you know.
Even if you don't end up
Yeah,
fighting,
Bad News is so dangerous though. He's 16-0 right now.
don't worry about his record. Maybe all it takes is one person to change the record around. But you know what? We're going out there. You don't got to fight him. Maybe you just meet him or something. But I know I
Mhm.
know how you feel though, because like I went over to Virginia and I fought A Train, and like I was thinking, man, he's just gonna. Like I doubted myself, but I needed to test myself, and I just wasn't. It just wasn't going to be good if I went over there and I didn't take the fight that I really wanted, and that was what I wanted,
Mhm.
and I challenged him. He uh,
Yeah.
he made a post in Street Beefs that said, "Hey, I'm thinking about fighting," and he's like, "Who wants to fight?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Man, I've seen this guy just like wax Italian Tyson and like pretty much everybody else that he's fought." And I was like, "I'll do it, boxing match, whatever."
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, A Train, he's so good.
it
I
was
like him too.
it was
Yeah.
weird because we're both counter punchers. And so the
Yeah.
fight wasn't like everyone's like, "Oh, you guys are going like 50%." It's like, no, we're not. But if you see like every time he throws something and I was there to block it, I'm not saying he got shots in for sure, but I was really careful about what I would throw in my combos so that he wasn't firing back and landing those shots. And he was really careful too because he knew if
Yeah.
he threw something big that I would find a way to counter it. So
It was a sparring, right?
no,
Like a
it was
hard
a
spar.
fight.
It was a fight.
We called it sparring because he's a pro fighter and he can't do real fights. Like he can't do real boxing matches. So they call it a sparring fight. And I walked up to him ahead at time at the fights.
Mhm.
And I don't typically like to talk to people before I fight them. But I was actually friends with him. I've talked
Yeah.
to him a lot on Facebook in the past. We got a lot in common. And I walk up to him, like shook his hand and said, I got to ask, we're labeling this as a exhibition fight. And I'm like, what percentage are we going? And he looks at me, goes, oh, we're going 100%. And I got a smile on my face. I said, thank you so much. That's what I wanted to hear, man. but it looks like we weren't because of how cautious we were being towards each other. And I think that was the nature of our counter punching. So
I watched. It was really good. It was
yeah,
a big fight.
it was tough to fight because it was about 100 degrees over in Virginia.
Yeah, I also watched this A-Train's fight with Italian Tyson. It was a sparring fight. Oh man, that fight. I watched this man. That after the fight, I started like A-Train. Like he was like, he looked really good. To be honest, he worked with Italian Tyson, in my opinion. I don't know. He didn't even try to hurt him or anything, but Italian Tyson was trying his hardest, but A-Train was just like, oh, 1 2 1 2 3. Like he was just so relaxed. That's why I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we talked about. I actually got a hold of A-Train after his last fight with WA, and I said, "Hey, you did a really good job on your fight." And I think what it came down to was WA was an aggressive opponent like Italian Tyson, and counter punchers like that aggressive behavior because they can counter it. And if you watch like my fights over in Virginia, I'm not saying I fought guys like on the level of Italian Tyson, but I did fight guys that were more aggressive and they were coming in trying to take my head off. And I basically just used my counter punching and defense against them. And yeah, that made that work.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man. A-Train.
yeah, I'm hoping that he gets to do some more matches. Maybe he's getting back into it. I love watching him fight. I'd like to see him do an MMA match again because we talked, and I guess his ground game is his best. So
Okay, I see.
I
But
don't
I
know.
only saw him box.
Yeah, well, he fought WA and Muay Thai kickboxing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that last fight he did was a kickboxing match. So if he ever comes out to the yard, I'll do a grappling match against him.
Okay.
So what are your overall thoughts on the branch, the yard? I mean, all that stuff. So far the scrapyard.
My brother interrupted me for a second. Can you repeat the question, please?
Oh, I just was asking what your overall thoughts on the scrapyard were and your experiences out here and that kind of stuff, and what you're looking forward to in the future.
About Scrapyard?
Yep.
Like I said, man, I love Scrapyard. I made some mistakes. But I learned my lesson. Like I said, I love Scrapyard. I love what you guys do. I support you guys every time. Like I said, I'm one of the OGs. Like fights are really good. MMA fights, like you guys getting views too. You guys are getting bigger every day. Like I also I like what you do too. Like you put hard work, and I like what Len's doing and everybody. I love Scrapyard, man. Basically, I love Scrapyard.
And we love having you guys out too.
Yeah.
And like the reason I brought you guys back and everything is because I knew like that you guys really love it out here, and you're part of the scrapyard. You guys are OGs, and like I don't know. I just had a feeling like it's kind of hard to explain. Some people I get rid of, and I just like I'm never gonna let that person back in the scrapyard. And I know that when I say it, but and then some people I just like always thinking like, yeah, what if I gave that person another chance? And it's like I didn't think they were doing anything like real bad, but so I guess what I'm saying is it's nice to have you guys back. And yeah.
Yeah, man, like I said, man, like I made mistakes. I know I'm young, I'm still learning. I'm 22 right now. So like of course I make mistakes every day. So the most important thing is for me is like learn from that mistake. So I learned my mistake.
Hey man, I'm 38 years old. I'm still learning from mistakes.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I mean, if you that's growing as a person, and
Mm.
we should try every single day to try to be a better person than we were. Yeah, I mean, there's
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question, okay? But you
okay.
don't have to answer me. It's where is Golden Hands? I'm just asking.
I I think he's just kind of on a hiatus. Like, when you've been in the, and I'm not speaking for him because I don't know if this is what's going on, but I can say from my
Yeah.
experiences, like I've been doing this kind of stuff since 2005, and you go through these spots where you're like, you're just not motivated to do it. You're not feeling it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe he's got something going on. Maybe there's some work or
Problem.
whatever. But I don't know the definitive answer to that. I did message him today, and I just, hey, how you doing? He said he's been busy. I said, if you ever want to come back out here, we're here. If you ever just want to come back and help out, and he appreciated that, and so, but
Hey, I'm gonna tell you. I saw him in the market 2 weeks ago. I was gonna shake his hand, but I was like, "Damn!" Like I was gonna say, like, "I'm sorry," like what I did, but I was scared, like he would maybe sucker punch me. So I was like, I was gonna go and just ask him, like I saw him in the market. He was getting something. I was like, should I ask him, like, "Hey, man, how you doing?" Like, because I'm done with all this stuff,
but
I'm like,
you never know. He could have just been like, shaking your hand too, because
but the thing is, you can't risk it. Maybe he was mad at that time. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, but I'm always honest. He's probably the best boxer in the scrapyard, in my opinion. I don't know. He's the best.
You know
Like
what?
Arman is the best striker, but he literally worked Arman. To be honest, like Arman, I would never, to be honest, I would never fight with Arman because he's so strong, and the guy Golden Hands, my not I'm not gonna say my enemy, my biggest opponent
Rival,
in the scrapyard,
rival.
beat him so easy. Rival, yeah.
Yeah, rival's a
And
good
I was
term.
like, but the thing is, I never ducked him. Everybody said I ducked him, but I never ducked him. I was going through really bad stuff. Like I wasn't training at all. He was training his ass off, but I wasn't training. That's why I didn't fight him that moment. But right now, if he wants to come back and fight, I will fight him next month, or not next month. My eyes is a problem. 2 months, I'll give him 2 months. I'll just fight him. I'm down to fight him. Like
Okay.
I'm getting better every day. I think it's just my cardio is my problem right now. So
Yeah, maybe he'll see this. Maybe you could come out and train with us a little bit. I'm kind of like, I don't know when we're going to be training and that kind of stuff. I kind of just randomly throw things up on Facebook and say, hey, we're training tomorrow. But if you're getting training up there, that's good. But yeah, you know what? We could always make matches like that if he's down or if you're down or whatever. Of course I
I'm
would like
down, man.
I would
I'm
like
down.
to kind of end that. So it always surprised me, like when we were talking, that you guys had, and people might not know this, but your guys' birthdays are on the same day.
Same day,
Same
same
day.
zodiac sign, birthday.
Gee,
Like, come on. Yeah.
those
I mean, I hope he's doing good now because um, I think he's going through, because I don't see him coming to the scrapyard or training. I don't know. Maybe he's training. I don't know.
yeah,
But like, why is he not coming back? I don't know. He was the champ.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably going through. I don't want to talk about that much. I hope he's fine right now. That's all. I can wish for him.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, Shoot, man. So when do you think you're gonna come back out? I don't mean to fight, but just kind of, you're gonna come out this month and check out the Halloween event, or
Like I said, this month I'll pass fighting. Like I'm not gonna fight this month.
oh yeah, I don't want.
But next
I'm not
month,
gonna let. I'm not gonna let you fight until your doctor says
yeah,
it's
until
good.
my eye gets better. And Right now I'm starting training a guys spar with my brother today. I'm using headgears and everything so slow. So I started to train today, slowly with headgears. So like in 2 months, 3 months, I'll come back and I want to fight with Pincher first. So we have unfinished business, man.
Yep.
So yeah.
That'll be a really good one.
Mhm.
It's gonna be neat to see how you guys change between now and then.
Mhm.
I would say if anything, get some good running in, because you don't have to your eye, that doesn't affect anything on running. So
Oh
uh,
yeah.
just
So
watch out.
yeah, I haven't.
Just watch out for
Yeah, I
cars.
haven't. Yeah. So I'll be fine, man. I hope. I want to fight Pincher. Like I really want to win. I want to win the title. To be honest, like I want to get the title, and just after I get the title, I have a goal: fighting with somebody that already. So get the
Um,
title and fight.
how's your brother doing?
My brother, he's fine. He's just he was gonna join too, but you guys have a little bit problem, so he was kind of shy. He didn't want to join. If he can join, if he wants to. I mean, he's not here right now.
Well, I mean, I
Yeah, the thing is, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you. The thing
oh,
is, he thought that he won the turtle fight, and he asked the judges like, oh, you guys can maybe rewatch this fight.
mhm.
Sorry, my English, excuse my English. um and after that, like, he was like, he thought he won the turtle fight, and yeah, that's why he was kind of mad.
Yeah. With that whole thing, like it's not really that big of a deal. Like, so
Like,
if anybody,
but I told him too. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off again. I'm so sorry. I'm so
all
sorry.
right,
uh,
any,
I just want to like clear this up. um I told him, like, this is street beef scout, this is not amateur fight, okay? If you lose, you lose. You're gonna get experience. If you like, Scrapyard is a really good place to get experience. That's
mhm.
what I told him. If you lose, you lose, bro. That's fine. He's Turtle. Turtle is really good. You fought against Turtle, he's been doing 5 6 years amateur fights, and you did really good. You had only one, maybe 6 months experience against him, like, and you did really good. So like, that's what I told him, and he was kind of, he hates losing, so that's why.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
so I guess I could have been a little bit more, like, not let it bug me so much. So if anybody ever thinks that there's an issue with their fight, like they thought they won, get a hold of me. This is how it works. So you get a hold of me. I say, okay, that's fine. And then I get a hold of Sunshine, and then Sunshine sends the fights out to, I think it's 6 people, and they watch the fight, and then they give their opinion on who won. Now, I've had to do this one time, and that was Shad Shrugs versus Q-Tip. And
Q-tip, okay.
Q-Tip messaged me and said, "Hey, man, I don't want to bug you, but I think I won that fight." It's like, okay. So I took the video, I cut the end out of it so nobody could see who won, and then
Mm-hmm.
I sent it to Sunshine, and I go, "Tell me who won this video." And within a couple days, she said, "Well, okay, all 6 of my judges said, including myself, said we thought Q-Tip won. Well, we actually named Shrugs as the winner, so we got it wrong. So we actually awarded Q-Tip the win. We didn't take the win away from Shrugs because he was announced the winner at the fight, but we did give
Yeah.
Q-Tip the win. So there's kind of a chain of command. Like, it looks bad. Like, if you're at work and you want something, and instead of asking your boss, you go to like your boss's boss and say, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of, it kind of looks bad. It kind of made me feel like I was getting passed over, and so it irritated me. I'll be honest, but in
Yeah, he's not right about that. You're
looking
totally
back,
right. I
though,
told him to.
it's not really like a huge deal. I just think I was irritated at the time. And um, last time I seen your brother, I would have talked to him and everything, but like, there, I'll talk to you about why. It's not because of you guys or anything, but I'll talk to you about it later, why I wasn't really talking to
Okay.
anybody that day. So but anyway, yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Like I said, man, I told him, you're not right. You gotta talk with Steve first. Like, don't just go to text Street Beef. So, you want to do you want to do this, like change the fight. Come on.
Yeah.
I know. We hate losing, man. We hate that. You know.
Nobody likes losing.
I just hate it more. I hate losing than everybody else. I just hate losing. I will probably cry if I lose the pincher. Like I thought I won, but it's okay. Yeah, it is what it is. It was a draw. I'm not saying anything to draw because some people say, oh, Pinche won. Or some people say, oh, Turco won. Some people say, oh, it was an absolutely draw. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think a draw was a good ruling for it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You know, we've had fights that were really close before that needed rematches, you know. Golden Hands versus Gallo. That was a close match. And we awarded Golden Hands, but we felt that Gallo needed a rematch on that one. So I want to say shout out to Swift Eagle. He just says Swift Eagle just landed. So he's actually fighting Viking Warrior this month for the title in the Scrapyard.
Who's that?
He's fought before. He fought over in Virginia, and then he fought in our yard a few months ago. So he's 2-0. And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can look him up.
I want to see Viking Warrior the Showtime. I see I watched the drama. I was like, damn, they should fight. But I don't know. Showtime's an MMA fighter. Viking Warrior is a boxer, so I don't know how that works.
MMA. It would be an MMA fight.
It would be an MMA fight.
Yeah.
You know, I'll put my money on Showtime because he's probably gonna take him down and just ground him down.
But that's only if Viking Warrior only knows boxing. Maybe he just boxes now. I only box now. Well,
man, I'll never do MMA, man. Oh.
And
I never wrestled before, so never MMA.
Never too late to learn.
Oh yeah, I'm only 22. Maybe I can learn one day.
Hey, Swift Eagle, are you wanting to get on the live stream? If you are, DM me on Facebook and we'll get you on here. There's another guy that's in your guys' weight class that would be a good opponent for you guys, and that's Q-Tip.
Q-Tip, he's really good, and I think he lost two times, right?
He lost to Turtle, and he lost to Hummingbird.
He's just so good. He's so good. Like Hummingbird is so good.
I wanted to get Hummingbird versus Golden Hands, but
that would be a fight.
That would be. So Q-Tip's first two fights in the Scrapyard were really tough because he got. I don't know what happened with Turtle in his fight, but he turned it up when he fought Q-Tip. Like it looked like he was like almost mad. And I'm telling you, I've never seen Turtle fight like this before. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, Turtle is just he's getting better every event, man. He's really good too. Q-Tip fought with two best in the arts, Hummingbird and he. I like about Q-Tip is he doesn't like duck anyone. He just wants to fight. That's all. Yeah. He's just going for it. He's like, oh, I don't care. I want to fight him. If you put him like Golden Hands against him, he's just like, okay, I'll fight him. I don't mind.
Right.
He wants to go for it. Yeah. I like about Q-Tip. Yeah, he's good. I want him to fight with my brother, actually. That would be a great fight.
Well, he's actually going to be fighting in Street Beast West Coast. He's down in Arizona for a while.
Okay. Yeah, I spoke with Q-Tip in the event. He looked like he's a nice guy, and he's the one to scrap, man. Like, he's good.
Yeah, he says he's going to come back. He'll be back for our invasion event. So
okay.
That's going to be be good to have him on our side.
Okay, you got any more questions, man?
No, that was pretty much it. I just asked like what you're looking forward to and that kind of stuff, but it was kind of just a generic thing. I really didn't think we would have that many guests. I didn't think that it would really be as be as smooth as it was. This whole program thing I like, so I might keep
Man,
it
I
going.
like this one. You should keep doing this.
Yeah, I guess I can put like borders and make it look better and all that stuff too. So yeah, I'll look into it.
Okay.
But hey, Turco, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Yeah. Thank you
Let
so
me know
much.
when you want to come back out to the yard, and not just a fight, man. Like you can come out and help. You don't have to come out and fight. So
I would love to help. Just
that's an option
hit me
too.
up, man.
Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah.
have a good rest of your night.
Yeah, you too, man. Take care.
Later.
Take care. Bye bye.
All right. I'm going to go through my list really quick. I missed everything everybody said, but I did see No Limit stopped in. So I'm just going to go through it really quick and see if I missed anything. But I've been on this thing for like 2 hours. Oh, No Limit, you were actually brought up earlier by Lights Out. He gave a shout out to you. We still up for that grappling match this month? Okay. My top 5 knockout video. You know what? Are we gonna have another one this month? Are we gonna have a one that makes its way into the top 5? I don't know. Let's see here. We got a message. Oh, send link. Oh, okay. Got another one. Swift Eagle. Yeah. No Limit. You could get in on this if you want to. Hey, DM me if you want in on the chat, if you want to get in on this. And I'll get you and Swift Eagle. You guys can just kind of go back and forth like Lights Out and Anomaly did earlier. So hit me up with a Facebook DM. I'll send you the link and you can get in. So I'm just waiting for Swift Eagle. I sent him the link. See if he makes his way onto here. West Coast Invasion coming on the 23rd, 21st of May next year. We got guys coming up. I'm not sure about all of these, but Shinigami, Wedo, 619, Tiny Tank, Heart and Fight's going to come up with them. So there's going to be lots of promotion and lots of stuff going on. Sorry, I got a random message here. I'm checking. But yeah, we're gonna take our fighters from the Scrapyard and we're gonna put them up against the fighters from the West Coast, and they can basically bring up as many fighters as they want. Abe, I did ask Ash to go live earlier, but she didn't want to go live tonight, so that's cool. I didn't give anybody any real preparation on this. I was just kind of like, oh hey, I'm going live in 5 minutes. Join in. So I don't think she's still here. I think she probably bounced. No Limit. DM me on YouTube or on Facebook if you want in on the chat. We could talk about your fight. We could talk about whatever. What else? Please go watch my top 5 knockouts video, guys. Share it on your Facebook. Whatever. October 23rd, this event next month, November 20th, December 11th, January 22nd. I don't know about the ones after that. And then May 21st is West Coast coming to the Scrapyard. And from what I understand, I might have a fight on that one. But from what I understand is that person hasn't contacted me telling me they want me to fight them. So I will, if you DM me on Facebook, I'll give you the link. But I'm having Netta G. Are you a fighter with us? Sorry if I don't know your screen name. But I'm trying to bring on Scrapyard fighters. Let's see. So Swift Eagle could come on. Okay. Are you guys subscribed to our GoPro channel yet, if you type in Scrapyard GoPro on YouTube, you will find our GoPro channel. It's alternate angles of our fights. You get to see some stuff that you don't normally get to see on the main channel, on our main channel. So it's worth checking out. Some of the videos on there are like doing pretty good. We had one video, one fight that we posted on my main channel, and it got 66,000 views. And then I posted the alternate angle of it, not even edited, not even in like full quality, and it's up to like 200,000 views. So I mean, I don't understand YouTube. I don't. When I think I understand it, then it proves me wrong. So, booyah. All right. Okay, good. They're working. They look blue, but they're actually green. So I guess if nobody's gonna come on, oh, Swift Eagle just showed up. It's kind of smoky, Swift Eagle, but I'm gonna bring you on, okay? And no limit. If okay, I'm gonna answer this question first. What made you create Street Beefs? First off, I didn't create Street Beefs. Scarface, aka Scarface, Chris Wilmore, he created it back in 2008. I've been a fan of Street Beefs since 2015 or 14. I joined the Facebook group in 2015. Next time, okay, good. I got a response. That's fine. I got into the Facebook group in like 15 or 16, and then I watched everything. I commented. 2018 rolls around. I get shipped to Virginia for a work trip. I go over there. I say, "Hey, Scarface, I want to fight." And he's like, "All right, come on out and train. We're doing training tonight if you want to come out." So I went out and trained with him. And then he's like, "Hey, the next weekend we're fighting." So it's like, "Okay, I'll fight." So I went out, and the next weekend I fought my first match in Street Beefs. And he's like, "Okay, a month later we're going to have more fights." And I was like, "All right, I'll do it." So I showed up that next month. I fought another fight. And then I got done with my work trip and I got sent back home. And when I was at home, my boxing coach said, "We could build a ring in your yard, not to start fights, but just to train with." But then we built the ring and it was like, why not have some fights? And then so I created Scrapyard Fighting. And then we got closer to the event, and a friend of mine said, "Hey, why don't you pitch it to Scarface so that you can be a branch of Street Beefs because you've already established a Facebook group and all that." And I was like, okay. And he liked the idea. So he allowed us to be a branch of Street Beefs, and the rest is history. So I'm going to bring Swift Eagle on now. He's been sitting backstage. So Swift Eagle, what is up?
Yo, 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 not much, just right here, resting from a couple workouts from earlier.
Nice. Where do you live?
I live right here in Santa Cruz,
Okay.
California.
And have you ever fought in the West Coast branch?
Never. I would have liked to. I was actually trying to get a fight over there before I fought in your branch, and then you hit me up like, "Hey, I got a fight." I was like, okay. You gave me the opportunity, so that you were the second branch. That's my hope, is to fight in all the branches,
Yeah. You're in a good spot. I mean, you've already fought Virginia, right?
Correct.
You fought in the Scrapyard. You're close.
Yep.
You're close to the West Coast, and you're close to, kind of close to Texas. I mean, closer than me.
Yeah,
So,
I got family out there too, so that's on one of my lists for sure.
I don't see like a whole lot of fights coming out of them. I don't know if they do it every month or what's up.
Yeah, I only saw one, I believe. I believe I only had one.
I actually found the Dirty South YouTube channel, which I didn't know even existed.
Yeah.
I'd seen no advertisements for it, no sharing, nothing like that. And I mean, I didn't know what was going on, but what happened was Lincoln had the Texas Anarchy group, and then and then they had the what was the name of that group? Anyway, Nasty Native, he had the group in Arkansas. Well, Arkansas shut down fighting, backyard fighting over there. So,
Okay.
oh, sorry, I should read a message. Nanu Strong had a match. Anyway, so yeah, they combined because he couldn't do fight
Yeah.
anymore. So they combined their groups, and now it's Dirty South. But,
Yeah, that's a hope for mine. Like I was a fan since about 2015, and you know what intrigued me was how, you know, guns down, you know, gloves up, and then the names, just the names stood out to me. All the funny names, I was like, the fuck is this name? Like Shitbird, or you know, I'm like, these are some cool names. And then just watching them put, you know, lay their heart out there. Anybody who steps in that ring, win or lose, hey, you know, I tip my hat to you. You got, you know, you stepped in, you stood your ground. You didn't get your hand raised, but you know, you stood up there, you faced it. It's all good.
still a warrior for getting in there, right?
Exactly. And you know, I was like, let me see what I'm made of. And I went out there to Virginia. Everything was going against me, but I stepped in the ring, got the W, and then you gave me that chance. You know, I loved it up there. I was like, yeah, this is cool. And then I was like, you're giving me this chance. Hey, shout out to Viking Warrior, man. I appreciate the shot at this, the title, you as well. You know, I appreciate the work you put in. Are you the first branch, or who was the first branch of Street Beast?
Oh no. Let me answer this really quick. Do we earn money by winning a fight? A lot of people that aren't familiar with Street Beefs don't know the answer to this question, but there's no money traded back and forth, so there's no winnings. There's nobody pays to get in or anything like that. Yeah, but no, we were not the first branch. In fact, Street Beefs in Virginia, they started in 2008. Scarface started Street Beefs. He is Street Beefs. We're
Yep.
we're just branches of Street Beefs. You know, like all of the stuff that the name and the guns down, gloves up, and all that. That's all Scarface. He came up with all
Yeah.
that stuff, and he's the reason why we all are able to do this. They are the biggest backyard fight organization for sure in the country, but I think they're only like 60,000 subscribers away from being the biggest in the world. Because Strelka is the biggest, but we've been creeping up on him so quick that, and just like Scarface said back a while ago, you know, we can't be stopped. These can't be stopped, and he's right. But who did you fight for your first match in the scrapyard?
Some guy named Tank. I don't think he fought there again, but he was from Ohio.
Was that in Virginia?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, who did you fight in the scrapyard?
The Cannibal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
July 31st.
yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah,
this is gonna be a good match, man. I'm so excited about facing off against Viking Warrior.
Yeah, me too. You know, I respect him. I like his, he's a good fighter.
Went toe to toe with Fair Play.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. That one was woo. That
Yeah,
one was
so we actually had plans. I wanted to do a beef fight with somebody this time, and then you signed up, and I was like, hey, look, we could push that one back, you know, and then but I was like, I really want to get you fighting him. And he was like, okay, I agree. You know, focus on your title, you know, defending your title. And Matt, the main branch is just Street Beefs. If you look up Street Beefs on Facebook, I mean, that's it. If it's got a name after it, like Street Beefs West Coast, Street Beefs Scrapyard, or Street Beefs Dirty South, it means it's a branch. So, all right. I'll ask you the generic questions that I made up, but I think you already answered some of them.
yeah.
What's your fighting experience?
To be quite honest, not a whole lot, but I've been around my family boxers, so they've always taught me the techniques. Um, I got friends, but as of late, my cousin passed away about 6 years ago, R.P. Chon, and I kind of took it a little more serious, So in a way, it kind of revived something in me, and I was like, let me see what I'm made of. And I just, got in the gym and just started. I'm a personal trainer. I got certified and everything, but, I like to be one of the guys. Like, I need somebody, hey, pick your hand up.
Right.
So I got in the gym and I just started being one of the guys and getting ready for, I guess, street beefs and starting to spar a lot. So that's kind of my experience. And obviously street fights, just being in rough neighborhoods,
Yeah. Yeah.
getting beat up, jumped.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
okay. So, what are your favorite? It can be scrapyard fighters. It can be OG, whatever branch you want. But what are your favorite fighters, or your favorite fight? That you've seen on Street Beefs.
Shit, there was a recent one. I forgot their names, but I would say I like Bad News. I saw Iraqi Assassin fighting. A lot of the OG street beefs, because you guys are fairly new, so that's who I kind of always watched. And
Mm-hmm.
Bad News was. I actually asked them to be my. Well, I didn't ask them. They're like, if you need a corner, and I was like, I need a corner. And they were like, hey, get somebody. And Bad News is like, I'll be his corner. I was like, hell yeah, I'm a fan of his. So that was cool. And then this last fight, I asked Jay Gotham. I was like, Jay Gotham, you got me? Because my friend or my cousin, wherever I go, I try to, kill two birds with one stone and visit family. So I got family in Washington, but my cousin's not too, he doesn't know the fight game. So I was asking Jay Gotham. So I appreciate that. But yeah, like Jay Gotham, the preacher's son, I saw him. I was like, what's up? The African, just people's intensity. Gash is a favorite of mine. Like always stepping in there, laying it all on the line and getting back in there. That's the important thing. Like when you take an L, that's where you see what a person's really made of. Are they going to step back in? Are they going to
Right.
still, step in and give it another shot? And you keep going. I'm like, wow.
That's
It's a
hard.
lot. Heart. Yeah, just all
Yeah.
that heart. A lot of them Venom Black. I'm starting to watch the West Coasters a lot. You guys, but Preacher's Son and Jay Gotham fight, that was amazing. That fight right there was just. Now I'm starting to watch you guys more now, so it's good.
That's
Everybody,
cool.
really.
I got to meet a lot of those guys over in Virginia.
Yeah.
I met Venom Black wanted to spar me,
Yeah.
but Anomaly was doing a match against Fair Play, and he's like,
Yeah.
need to corner him, and like I'm getting my glove, just not ready to get my gloves on to spar with Venom Black,
Yeah.
and then so I missed that opportunity. But maybe
Hey.
next time I'm out there, I think we're going to go back in June. But and you're welcome to come out there with us too.
Hey,
But
I'm ready. You let me know. Give me 3
yeah,
months ahead, 2 months. I'm down.
that'll be like I said, June of next year. But we're gonna try to get as big of a group as possible to fly
Yeah.
over there and do another scrapyard invasion into the OG yard. But
Yeah.
um, some of the people that I met over there, oh shit, Hell on Wheels was cool as shit.
Yes, him. I met a lot of them too, and I took pictures with them. I was showing love, like, hey man, can I Wolverine? Let me get it. Everybody. It's love. That's what I love about you guys. We all get together. We shake hands. I take pictures. It's good. It's like a brother. I keep telling my gym, like, hey, you guys need to come up there. It's cool, man. Like, you guys should. What I was thinking you should do is like a team event one day. Hey, it's gonna be Scrapyard team. Bring 3 fighters and we're gonna see who does the best out of everybody, or just try to make it a little more competitive and you know. So I'm trying to get some fighters to go up there just to get a little experience before they even think about going pro. Because I think if anything, street beefs is like not amateur, but a little bit above it, because people are really trying to,
Well, there's
hurt each other.
actually like a pretty big variance as far as fighters go in the scrapyard, because so one thing about amateur fighting is like there's always like a higher baseline. You know, these
Yeah,
guys, they've been to a gym, they've got some training. But
exactly.
with street beefs, it's like you get people out there that have never even put gloves on before,
Yep,
and then you got then you got your amateurs, and then you got
some hitters.
your high, then you got the guys that should be pro that aren't pro,
Yep,
that maybe just never went pro, because
yeah,
that ain't always as like it's not for everybody. It's not for
exactly.
everybody to go pro. I never wanted to go pro because I didn't want to make fighting a career.
Yeah,
I love fighting.
me
I
too.
love the fight game. Um,
Big fan.
yeah, and I mean that's ultimately why I started this whole thing. As far as being a branch of street beefs is that I love this so much. That's why I put so much time into improving things and editing videos. And I mean,
Hmm.
if you don't love something, then
Yep,
you're gonna get fizzled out on it really quick.
yep,
And month after month, if people knew how much work I had to put into editing these videos and learning, and I'll be at work all day, and I'll put an
yeah,
earbud in, and it'll be all about like how to improve like your YouTube channel and things that you can
yeah,
do, and just listen to stuff like for hours on end while I sit there and weld all day long. Um, so yeah.
yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's one of the things I said when I first met you. I don't know if you remember. I was like, hey, yeah, I like the videos. I appreciate your service. Because people tell me, "Do you get paid?" I'm like, "No," but they do a lot too. It's like it's a good spot to go and know that nothing's gonna get out of hand.
Yeah.
And me, I like to tour shit, so it's right up my alley. It's beautiful out there. I loved it. The trees, everything.
Well, we'll see if you still love it after October when it's raining.
Oh, I told you I want to
Well, you
fight
want to
in the
fight in
rain.
the rain.
Yeah,
We'll pull
I'm
the
sure.
we'll pull the new tarp off to the side
Hey,
and be
tell
like,
Viking if we could agree on that. I know his bloodline. He's Viking warrior, so they ain't too worried about that rain or the ocean water spraying on them.
yeah. Oh shit, man.
Yeah,
Um, well, let's see. I already got your overall thoughts on the yard and everything, but what are you looking forward to coming up in the future?
fuck. Just I don't know, trying to get a little more people involved. I like it, like, for people who don't like. For me, I like setting a goal or something, run a Spartan, or these fights kind of help me get in shape, kind of keep me. Oh, I ain't gonna eat too much at the party. I'm not gonna stay there for 5 hours. I'm gonna stay there for 2 hours, pay my respects, get out and go run a mile. So I like doing things like that, and I try to encourage other people. And I got clients, and I try to inspire them. And this, for me, is nothing more than just to see what I'm made of, pushing me, and that's an outlet for me. So I appreciate it out there.
Yeah, I'm sending you a DM right now.
Yeah,
Um, I'm not making that the DM that I sent you public, but it's
yeah, for sure. Appreciate it. I just seen it.
yeah, cool. Hey man, it's gonna be fun. We're setting up a lot of stuff.
Heck yeah,
There's gonna be some performances by Jay Gotham and some
yeah,
other people. Like we're gonna have, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But shit, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the fights, and I'm looking forward to that.
yep, yep. Me too. I'm looking forward just to be pushed. And I know Viking ain't no. He if anything, that's gonna push you.
Yeah,
That's nothing to take light. So it's I'm gonna
man.
try. I've been trying.
I wish
Sometimes a little too much, and I have to rest. Let me rest. you know.
I really wish I had the motivation like some of you guys do. I'm getting back into it. Like I started
Yeah.
working mitts. I started working mitts the other day. I started lifting some weights. But oh, I think when I don't have like a match or anything lined up, then I get lazy and I don't
Exactly.
go out and run because I don't like why. I know I can go get in a ring and do
Yeah.
or with people and do fine, but like that doesn't mean I'm in fighting shape. That just means I'm like I can still get in there and
Yeah.
work, but I need to be on that level where I can get in there with like Viking Warrior or Jay Gotham because they're gonna push.
Whew.
They're gonna make me
Yeah.
puke.
Yes. The preacher's son, you know, all of
Oh,
this. Ooh, those
I gotta
guys are
box him
some beef.
before. He actually just fought tonight too.
Oh, yeah. How'd he do? Did you know?
I don't know. I haven't heard yet. Let me look. Maybe it got posted on his Facebook.
When's the African coming back? I met him out there too. You know, shook his hand.
Let me see. All right. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
I don't think Preacher's Son won his fight tonight.
All right.
Keep your head up, man. You know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I
I
haven't
always
heard.
say you never lose, you only learn.
Ah, yes, yes. I haven't heard from the African though, and I guess I could get a hold of him because when you guys sign the waivers here, you do put your phone number on it. So I
Yeah,
could call him up and get a hold of him and see how he's doing. But
yeah.
I do like to check up on the fighters every once in a while. Just kind of ask, like, "Hey, man, where you been?" You know.
Yeah, that's good. Is Gash gonna go?
I'm not sure when Gash is coming back. She's out in Wisconsin right now.
Oh, okay.
And so it's hard to get her to come out. Typically, she's going to let me know like ahead of time so that I can get like a match lined up for her because I mean she's a fighter. She wants to come out here and fight.
Yeah.
So and then when people travel, I like to set matches up ahead of time so that they already know who they're going to fight. And
I appreciate that too. Yeah, because I'm like, all right, I already know I got to fight. Who I'm gonna fight?
yeah.
It's you know.
Oh, I got to post this. So Harvey Weinstein. Reckless Rico tapped my ass twice at a Fuji grappling tournament here in Indiana. Mad props to him getting the contract from Anthony Pettis. That's cool as shit. Sorry for getting tapped times, but you know, Rico is a dude, man. Like that's one of my favorite fighters from Street Beefs.
Yeah,
Reckless Rico. Yeah.
him too. Yeah, the Baby Hulk, all of them.
Yeah, Rico almost came out. Beach, yes. Rico was supposed to come out and fight, but it was right at the time when he was starting to go pro with Anthony Pettis, and so or him and his brother, and he was getting out of Street Beefs, but he was going to come over and fight Arm & Hammer.
And you got to take those fights when you can. You never know if they're going to be there. You just got to take it.
Yeah, you know, he's got that opportunity of moving up like that, and it's good that he went that route because
yeah, he's good. He's real good. When the West Coast come up, let me get up in that too.
That's May 21st, and yes,
I would love to. I would like to, like, a couple of them, like, not to like call them out bad, but like I like the way they fight. I see they have heart, especially at Coyote. He has heart right there, you know. The Coyote.
Oh, El Coyote.
Yeah.
Man,
I would like to fight him. Golden Arms. I don't care. 619. I respect all of them. They got heart. You know, I would like to step in the ring, like I said, just to test myself, see where I'm at.
Okay, so I I think El Coyote I might already have I don't know if I have him matched up, but I got
Yeah.
somebody in line for him.
Yeah.
619, I got somebody who I'm thinking with him.
Yeah. No, it's all respect to all of them, you know.
Golden
It's
Arms, that would be good.
yeah, I'd like to fight them.
Yeah, so
Much
you
respect,
know what?
Golden Arms, all you guys out there.
Nothing's for sure though yet. You know, these
Yeah,
matches that I said, like I haven't somebody in line for him. That doesn't
yeah,
mean that fight's going to happen.
for
That's just
sure.
that's who I've considered. But
Yeah.
you know, with you coming out here and fighting again,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, the more you come out here and fight, the more I start looking at you and wanting to represent. Because we got guys like Doughboy. He'd come out here like every month for like, dude, he came out here like 5 or 6 times all the way from Illinois and
Damn.
won a
Damn.
right? And so he became the champion. He's actually the reason we went to the West Coast or the Virginia invasion. He paid for my plane ticket.
Damn.
Yeah, he's our 155-pound champ. I want him to come back because there's a couple people that want to fight for that title. But
Yeah.
oh well, man. Hold on. Pat the cat, fire chicken. If you beat me in the yard, you can. Oh, jeez. I'm not posting that. Oh shit. Anyway, so
One thing I wanted to ask about the ladies. I want to try to get ladies out there too. Some ladies to fight. You know, I'm a shout out to the ladies that want to compete. I encourage you to come out here. You know, we're not gonna throw you in there and let you get eaten up. We go by experience levels. I'm trying to get some ladies out there too. I keep trying to, hey, go. You know?
man, especially if it's like just boxing and you put some 16-ounce gloves on them and be like,
yeah,
beat each other up. Because I mean, if you're not used to holding up 16-ounce gloves, you're gonna throw about 20 punches and you're gonna be done.
Exactly.
I guess I just need somebody to like push for it more because I guess I'm just not good at attracting women to fight in the scrapyard. It's not my strong suit.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right.
All right.
I think I'm gonna get off here, man. I only expected to do like a quick kicking it with chicken, maybe an hour, and shit, we're 2 hours and 30 minutes deep. So I had a good time. So I've had a good time the whole time. So appreciate you coming on here.
Yeah, appreciate you inviting me.
And I really look forward to your fight with Viking Warrior next weekend. So
yeah, me too. Shout out, Viking.
all right, man. You have a good rest of your night.
All right, you too.
All right, peace out.
All right.
All right, everybody. I'm concluding Kicking It with Chicken at 2 hours and 33 minutes. So I really want to say thank you to everybody that participated in the chat. Really quick, I'm gonna leave this here. If you guys enjoyed this and you want to pitch into the TARP fund, Illuminate the State did it earlier, so appreciate that. But it's here. I can't type. I'm tired. Oh, there's the Cash App. If you want to drop a few bucks in there to help out, appreciate it. I can't even talk. Appreciate it. I guess I didn't say earlier how much the TARP thing is, but it's custom made. It's $475, so it's expensive. But I'm trying to do. Hey, Dangerous. Anyway, I'm trying to make things better for the fighters. So I hope fighters and fans and everybody can appreciate that. But anyway, so we're gonna have some really good fights next weekend. I'm telling you, they're gonna be really good. Hey Harley, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I do appreciate you being in the chat, though. So, with that said, everybody, Fire Chicken's gonna go. So, peace out.